And actually, before we decide what to do, we should bring this note to Fenstick's attention. Because after all, he's the one in charge of, well, finding the, cults in mention. People of the Eye. I don't know anything about that, truly, but who knows? Fenstick might. Fenstick might know. So we'll talk to Fenstick and try to avoid Dester, because no one likes Dester, really. No one. Alright.
Hello again, and well met as always. Is there something I may do for you?
I thought you might be interested in this note, Fenstick. Let me see, Krael. The people of the Eye. A cult to Neverwinter is dark news indeed, especially one bent on preventing us from recovering Lontardavian creatures. Before you launch a time-consuming investigation into some mysterious cult, Fenstick, you might want more evidence beforehand. For all we know, this note is a fake. This note is real, Dester. So you claim, but we have only your word on that, Krael. Maybe you plan to sell trinkets to ward off the evil magic of this imaginary cult. You will not be the first to exploit the panic for personal gain. Enough, Dester. You have no right to make such accusations. Krael has done nothing but help us in these troubled times. Please accept my apologies for Dester's behavior, Krael. We are all under a great deal of stress. Rest assured that I intend to follow every lead in my efforts to find out who was behind the suffering of Neverwinter. You have done well to bring this to me, Krael. Oh, once again, it is an honor to serve Neverwinter, Fenstick. We are lucky to have a man like you to help us in this matter, Krael. Please accept these 300 gold pieces as a reward for your actions. Well, thank you very much. You are most generous. Is there anything else you need? I'll be going now. Go with the blessings of Tyr upon you. Indeed, the blessings of Tyr. Well, like I said, maybe the blessings of Tyr are upon me. Let's talk to Lady Arabeth a bit.
One of the bards here in Castle Never is composing a song to honor your adventures during the recovery of this second reagent. I believe I heard Lord Nasher himself humming the tune in the halls. People are beginning to take notice of you.
Well, that's kind of actually an honor. I just wanted to talk to you.
Of course. I will do my best to help with whatever you need to know.
Well, it would be nice to know a little more about the lady I'm working for.
I am not one to boast of my accomplishments. Suffice to say that I am a paladin of Tyr, and I am honored Lord Nasher has placed me in charge of finding a cure for the Wailing Death. Is there anything else?
Well, that was very non-descriptive. Well, tell me about Fenstick.
It is no secret that Fenthik and I are lovers. Our feelings for each other are only matched by our devotion to Tyr and our loyalty to Neverwinter. Although Lord Nasher has placed me in charge of finding a cure for the plague, I could not do this without Fenthik's help. His faith and conviction are a comfort to me in times of darkness.
I sense it's not his faith you go into, but anyway.
Is there anything else?
What do you think of Dester?
I think the Hellmite is arrogant, sanctimonious, self-righteous, and holier than thou.
I agree.
Forgive me for being so blunt,
No.
but Dester and I do not see eye to eye.
You're not the only one.
Dester challenges my every decision on general principle, or so it would seem. He is constantly accusing me of abandoning my faith and not trusting enough in the power of the divine.
Why do you put up with him then?
Sometimes I think Dester and his Hellmites do more to hinder my efforts than help them. But Fenthik assures me they bring hope to the city, and hope is something the people desperately need. Is there anything else?
Well, I suppose that's all then. Goodbye.
Farewell. May Tyr guide your steps.
Thank you. Well, that was a little underwhelming. I was hoping for a more in-depth conversation there, but fair enough. Fair enough indeed. You know, there are a number of citizens around the city core. Maybe I should ask around. Sort of grunts work, but who knows? Sometimes the biggest lead can be found in the smallest place. But first, to the tavern. You're standing rather upright. There you go. They were loading. Let's read this book, shall we? Waterdeep, often called the City of Splendors, lies on the southwestern edge of the north. It boasts a population of almost 1.5 million, though the actual number varies seasonally. In times of busy trade, the city hosts 5 times this number. Almost every surface-dwelling race has representatives here, and many have taken up permanent residence. The halfling population grows annually, promising to become the largest non-human race in residence. To match the racial variety, most religions have shrines or temples. Waterdeep was first used as a trading site more than 2 millennia ago. As recently as 1,000 years ago, permanent farms have sprung up in the area. The first mention of Waterdeep, not as a city, but as a collection of warlords, occurred just 400 years ago. The city was truly established as a going concern by 1032 Dale Reckoning, the year Stephen became the first Lord of Waterdeep, and the date from which North Reckoning is counted. The city grew spectacularly, such that by 1248 Dale Reckoning, both the City of the Dead and the guilds had been developed. The guild masters seized control soon afterwards, ushering in a period of unrest and bitter conflict known as the Guild Wars. These wars ended only when the 2 surviving guild masters brought in their own periods of misrule. Not until 1273 Dale Reckoning was the present system of government instituted, with the establishment of the Magisters and the secret Lords of Waterdeep firmly re-established in power. Since that time, the city has continued to grow and prosper. Members of every race come from all over the realms to earn hard coin in the City of Splendors. Over the years, these successful merchants have set up guilds and become nobility themselves. The secretive Lords of Waterdeep police the city with a light hand, exercising police authority by means of the City Guard, City Watch, and over 20 black-robed magistrates. As a result, Waterdeep has grown tolerant of different races, religions, and lifestyles. This, in turn, has encouraged commerce, and Waterdeep today is a huge, eclectic city, one of the most vibrant and prosperous in the whole of Faerun. Fascinating. Fascinating indeed. I'm also curious, I do have a small fortune on hand. 7,500 gold. I feel like I should be spending this on something. Oh, some people need to go back to Beggar's Nest.
Greetings.
It's over? I mean, the plague is still going, sure, but at least I can go home. The zombies in the Beggar's Nest were just a nightmare I didn't need. Thank you. By all means, return to your home.
No business to you.
The zombies are all gone? I don't know what to say. I am so happy to be able to go home. I mean, it's just the Beggar's Nest, but it's all I've got left. Oh, by all means, go home. And, let's actually talk to some of the people around town. And you, can I make you stop?
What?
No, I can't.
Hello.
What about you, then?
Welcome to you.
Isaban. Well, hello there. You seem to be of noble blood like me. We must stick together in these horrible times, don't you think, my fine-mannered friend? Well, could I trouble you with some questions, miss? I suppose one still needs to breathe amidst one's mourning, Perhaps in helping you, I am also helping my friend's spirit find their rest. Well, can you tell me anything about the plague? I have lost my two closest friends to it already. The Helm might say they must be cremated rather than buried, but they did the Black Lake proud at least. And what do you know about cure attempts? The great unwashed have been kept ignorant of bungled efforts by the city officials to contain the disease, and for good reason. Components for a cure were lost to an attack. Can you imagine the panic if people knew that someone is actually fighting against the cure? Of course, I have heard nothing of suspects or leads. What are we coming to if the nobility cannot expect to be kept updated? Yeah, it's probably for the best. Can I ask some more questions? Is there anything odd that you've heard? The gossip of the nobility need not concern you, and likely wouldn't be the type of information you want anyway. The different districts will each hold intrigues, I am sure. All but the Black Lake seem to do as they will, once out from under the rule of the law. Well, goodbye then. Fare thee well. Yes, okay, well. You are yet again a stuck-up noble, which saddens me. William, huh?
It's a long day. I could use a drink.
There's anarchy in the Docks District. I heard criminals have taken over and the city guard are afraid to go in there now.
Greetings.
You see the exact same thing. Alright. What about you?
Good day.
You some sort of noble or officer? Can't you throw some highfalutin influence around and take care of the crap that's keeping me from my job? See, I just want to go back to work in the Docks District. There's not much to do under the quarantine, but at least I'd be able to get away from the stink of the corpse fires. Can't do squat with all the thieves everywhere. I don't know what's got into them, but it's made the Docks District unlivable. I can't go home for all the muggers. Alright, well, goodbye. So yeah, Docks District seems to be overrun by tons of criminals.
Greetings.
And again, more talk about the Docks District, huh? And I do actually want another bag to take care of these random items that I have. Or Doomsayer, or Courtesan, which I have no business talking to. Citizen. Priest of Helm, and I've spoken to Nyatar. I've spoken to you, haven't I? Yeah, I've spoken to Balarian, I believe. Well, let's stop in the Cloak Tower here.
Well, hello. I had heard there was a new magic adept in service to the city. The Guild of the Many-Starred Cloak welcomes you.
You know, I've been here several times, and I am actually quite curious on joining the guild. Well, I'm glad to hear that. But before you can join the guild, you have to be able to show competence in several important areas of ability. For your first test, I need you to demonstrate to me that you can find knowledge on your own, and then apply it for unrelated requests. To help you out, I will tell you where to start. Find me the following 4 items, and once you have done so, bring them to me. The 4 items that you must find are a bit of clay, a flask of water, a puff of fog, and a bit of kindling wood. Mark well the order. The items may be found in the arcane laboratories of the Many-Starred Cloak, located throughout the city. The buildings are marked with sundials. Take this key. Beware, as the laboratories are guarded against would-be initiates. Return to me when you have the 4 items. Oh, very well.
Hello again. Are you back to continue on with our next round of challenges, or did you have something else in mind?
I want just get some equipment from you. That's all. Yeah, this is actually intrigued me a bit more. This would allow me to absorb some damage, well, roughly 5 damage per hit, which may not be a lot, but I don't know. I think I'm very satisfied with my mage's battle robes. So for now, I won't do anything further. This gives me an actual armor bonus to armor. This is deflection. This is natural. So these bracers would actually work, but I really like having this +6 to concentration. So I don't know. Weaponry-wise, I'm very happy with my heavy crossbow +1 and my gladiator's club +1. Scrolls worth buying, or even selling. I'll sell the scroll of endure elements. I don't feel that I need that when I have a protection from elements. And there are many wands for sale. And I think I've actually supplied some of these wands. Alright. I think I want to get another bag or some sort of container to hold all these goods. I believe there's a merchant in the Trade of Blades who could sell me a lowly priced magical bag. So let's stop by there, shall we? Oh, and the Duke.
Hello.
You one of the new city guard? I had heard someone new took care of the zombies in the beggar's nest. Good job, whatever it was, or whoever it was. There he is.
Hello there.
Alrighty, merchant action is favorable. That's nice. Yeah, cheapest magical bag is $3.89. And I will take it. I'm also going to buy maps of the area now to help in my search. So I don't know if I need to examine all of these, but I will just to make sure. And I'll read this one here. This map of the Peninsula District is well annotated and easy to memorize. The mapmaker's art has gone largely unrecognized in Neverwinter. Lord Nasher has forbidden the mass production of such documents for fear they might aid enemy spies. It's not a completely unreasonable fear, I suppose. Put this up here. That there, and this there. Perfect. Then put this bag down here with the rest. There we go. So I can more easily navigate the areas and search for these buildings with sundials. Let's actually take care of that. That seems like a fine thing to do right now. Let's see if I can join this guild. We'll do the docks last, as I haven't really been there. So there are 4 buildings, each... well, there are 4 labs, rather, scattered throughout the districts here, marked with a sundial. Curious if I'll show up on the map here that I've purchased. Or if I need to just scour the area looking for it. Back in the peninsula. Perfect, Wizard's Lab. Alright, that takes care of that. It's been a while since I've last come here. Lowly Sorcerer, first task on the job. I think now I could take care of these people with ease. Some of the remains are still here as well. And indeed, here's a sundial. Alright. Use the key and step inside. Hello, hold up. An Earth method. Challenge rating easy. Has the introduction.
Your end draws nigh.
Well, not enough to introduction because I'm still hurting it. If I actually manage to hit. Wow. And stones. Huh. Alright, let's read this real quick here. Rare earth clay. A careful mixture of earth makes this small bit of clay ideal for use as a reagent in magical study. There may have once been a rather long description of this item pressed or carved into its surface, but it appears to have been deliberately smudged. Well, that's it for this district. Let us head to the Beggar's Nest next. Fascinating. El Toro also mentioned mark well the order. I am rather curious to see what that'll end up being. I wonder if Jeru will be proud of me for joining this many-starred Cloak guild. He never spoke if he was part of the guild or not, but I think he'd be proud of me for coming this far, mastering my arcane arts, and well, joining the guild as such. I think he'd be proud of that. More doomsayers. Wish they'd get out of here. We don't need people spreading even more panic in the area. In we go. Hopefully it's looking a little bit better. And you're still injured, but I think there's not much to... Wow, this map looks incredibly large now, suddenly. I think I should have purchased these a while ago. They could have helped in my endeavors. But fair enough. So the Wizard's Lab is in the very northwest corner here. Curious if that has anything to do with it. The Peninsula Lab was in the very northeast corner. This one's in the very northwest corner. I wonder if that has some sort of symbolic meaning. Will the next one be in the southwest or the southeast? And a fire method. Chaotic and destructive. Methods come in many shapes and have a wide range of abilities. Most are drawn from the various elemental or quasi-elemental planes. This does more damage, has no introduction, and it's largely immune to fire but really hates cold damage. Oh, really? You don't like cold damage, do you?
The rage of the red tiger unleashed!
Okay, ow. The answer is no, it doesn't like cold damage. Yeah, that was Magic Missile. Very weak Magic Missile, mind you, but if it had 2 gold on him. Curious that'll come in useful later, or that's actually something I need to take. Aha, woodpile. Kindling wood. Carved upon a bit of kindling wood is the following phrase. And the fire was angry that it could not be overcome by... And the fire was angry that it could not overcome the rain above. The air taunted the fire, knowing that fire needed the air to live. Such is the way of those who have come late in life. And the earth was smudged. Interesting. Alright, let's head on back and we'll go to the Black Lake District now. Do I have a first aid kit? No. But I need to trust that my journey to the Black Lake No Man's Land will be uneventful. And if a disease is upon us, then I will merely buy a first aid kit from one of the vendors there. Hello, Gate Captain. Ah, yes, Black Lake is actually northeast. My apologies. Going the wrong way, as I tend to do in life. There's Castle Never. I honestly want to see the inside of it. I think that would be a lot of, well, fun and truly an honor to see what's inside Castle Never. The seat of power within Neverwinter. Let's be careful here. I'm pretty sure I've taken care of most of the plague thugs here, but just make sure to be on the lookout for bad things. No more teleporting assassins? Alright. I was really expecting there to be. Hold your fire. It's Krael again. What's over here? Strange how the map is slightly larger on this side. Wonder if that means anything. Maybe not. I find myself questioning rather common occurrences now due to this mystical test. So now, where is this lab? Northeast corner. So will the final lab in the docks be on the southeast corner? I will bet you that it is. I bet it will be on the southeast corner. I'll put my crossbow away. Don't want the nobles to think I'm trying to do something weird. I actually need my weapon out, never mind, so go to hell, nobles. I need my weapon out. Alright. And in here, an air method. Exact same description, but he's casting acid arrow from the sounds of it. Ow. Am I... Okay, well, I wasn't hit by the damage over time effects, so that's good. Still, though, ow. Aha, an alchemist's apparatus. A puff of fog. This small container appears to hold a swirling puff of fog. The following message delicately inscribed on the surface. When air became, in its youth, jealous of its place in the world, it sought out ways to assert its power. It floated high in the night's air and obscured the view of the stars from those that lay beneath it. But soon it filled with water that became too heavy, and it came crashing down to rejoin with those who came before, an embrace that left it no longer uncertain of its place in the world.